I think that during the year of war, we tend to link the Gaza and Lebanon situation together. But what we see happening over the last couple of months is that these two issues are actually becoming delinked from each other. So while we see stagnation on whatever related to the Gaza war, with the situation kind of stuck and no progress made towards a ceasefire, on Lebanon there is quite a bit of progress happening, and the current mediation by the Americans with French support is seemingly moving things closer to a ceasefire, with hopes that that may be even announced within the coming days. So I think that's where the opportunity lies now, on a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah on the Lebanese front, but unfortunately not much progress anticipated on Gaza.
A lot of political voices inside Israel are calling for the recolonization, quote unquote, of Gaza. What is your opinion on this movement, and what do you think would be the more realistic perspectives for the post-war Gaza?
So while the Israeli society is more or less aligned with the need to respond to October 7, the Hamas terror attack, with a war to dismantle Hamas capacities over there. Regarding the future of Gaza, there's a lot of division within the society. There are some on the far right that definitely claim that Israel should annex territories and even renew settlements. But I think over the majority of Israelis, we are mostly concerned about the security and do not see continued presence within the Gaza Strip as something that was beneficial for Israel in the past or could be beneficial in the future. Then it's a political divide. You know, my camp believes that the two-state solution eventually is the way to go, and that Israel should advance it. We currently have a government that thinks differently and is not seemingly going away anytime soon. For Israelis, it's been very difficult for decades to engage with Arab colleagues. So there were times in which such conversations were not even possible because there was no recognition of Israel, no diplomatic relation with it. Now the Israel's regional situation is different. Israel has peaceful relation with Egypt and Jordan for decades. It has normalized ties with Morocco, with the UAE, with Bahrain. All of these relations did not go away, even though the war is happening for more than a year. But on the public level, it's very difficult because the criticism is high, the language is harsh, but it's our responsibility, the moderates on all sides, to continue the dialogue, to foster the engagement, and to try to pave ways to first understand the needs of each other, of Israel, of the Palestinians, of the Arabs, and try to pave ways for a future of peace for the people of the region. So I think as a matter of principle, it's important to be in conferences like that. It's important for Israelis to hear the voices coming from the Arab world, to have their voices being heard as an Israeli, and to continue this conversation to the extent possible.